Okay, so guys, I'm going to do an inspirational video. I know I haven't done one in a while, but the current, things that I've been watching has just really got to me. There's so much pressure for people to belong. Guys, girls, the guys and girls become anorexic. The uh, football players have to lose weight, wrestlers have to gain weight, and I mean, there's just so much. Nobody likes anybody for who they are anymore. And nobody thinks they're beautiful because Johnny says they're not beautiful, or Mary says they're not beautiful. I say they're not. You know, it just makes me so mad that people think they have to change who they are. I'm telling you right now, if you're a girl, if you're a boy, no matter who you are, God loves you. He made you for who you are, not for what other people want you to be, but for who He made you are. You're beautiful. Stop trying to be what everybody else wants you to be. I used to be that way. I used to be the girl that wanted to be like everybody else, that wanted to fit in, that wanted to belong. I was anorexic and bulimic for 4 years because somebody said I was fat. And somebody said I was ugly. And, I'm showing you a full image so y'all can see. I'm not no supermodel. I'm not skinny. I'm not, what magazines portray you out, that women should be portrayed out to be. But it took me so long to realize that I was what God made me to be. It took me 4 years to realize that. I've been clean for 3 years because my stepmom and my dad took me and they taught me true love. They taught me that no matter what everyone else said, that they would love me for who I was. And that I was God's, and God didn't make mistakes. And I'm telling you that right now. I have a handicapped brother. And he's beautiful, he's smart. He's in his 20s, and they said he wouldn't live past 3. But God makes no mistakes. And there are His angels. The handicaps, the Down syndromes, the ones that aren't like you and me, they're God's angels. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what, what position you're in, that God's the only God. And the thing that makes me mad is people say, well, if you're a Christian you can't believe in gays, or if you're a Christian you can't stand up for gays. You know what? I don't approve, but I still help them. I don't think it's right for them to get bullied on or beat up or killed or anything like that. We're all God's children, and look at it this way. God's the only one that can judge that. God decides. God decides on if you did wrong, or if I did wrong, or if we did right. God decides. I had one time, and this isn't what this is just about. I'm going to get into other stuff too. I had one time, we were having support for the suicides, for gay suicides, because of being bullied and stuff. And this was back when I was in high school in New York. So this was probably about 6 years ago. And you wore purple. And everyone knew I was a Christian. I always carried my Bible with me. I always wore long skirts, and I always wore Christian shirts. And I had a teacher ask me, she was a Christian, and she asked me, she said, how can you be a Christian and support them too? I said, I'm not supporting them. She says, yes, you are. You're wearing their shirt. I said, I'm supporting what wrong. I said, I'm not going to sit back and not stand up for what went wrong. They shouldn't have killed themselves because of this. This is wrong. It's wrong for them to be treated like they're a disease. I said, only God can judge. Then she looked at me and she was very mad at me. But I said, only God can judge. And it does say that only God can judge us. And, it used to take me so long to realize that we're all God's children. And I used to be ignorant like that too. I really did. And I wouldn't say it's ignorance. I would just say it's, how people were taught. And I just learned to love everybody and let God do the judging, let God do the deciding. And, I try to live godly life, but we're not going to be perfect. You're going to say a few words you shouldn't say. You're going to do some stuff you shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, if you know it's wrong and you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, oh, I shouldn't do this, but you do it anyways, then you know you done wrong. But if you about to do something and you hear that voice in your head saying, I shouldn't do this, that's God. That's God. And I know this video is the longest I've ever done, but the reason being is because I just get so annoyed that the people think they have to be what the world wants them to be. It says every knee's gonna bow and every tongue's gonna confess that God is God. And the thing that gets me is people think that, oh, the world don't like me, God don't like me. It's not true. God loves you and He made you how He wanted you to be made. The only one that's perfect is Jesus Christ. And yeah, we're all going to question God sometime. And it's wrong to say you're not going to question Him. And you know why? Because everyone questions God. Even Jesus did. And Jesus was perfect. And that's because we have to know that God's there beside us. But He is. He's right here. He's in your heart and He's in your mind. And just please, please know that you're beautiful. No matter if you have a disease that makes your face look weird, or if you have cancer, or if you have, where you're not a supermodel, anything, you're beautiful. And God loves you for you. And just be you. And just please know that God made you for you. And if He wanted you to have brown hair, He would have gave you brown hair. That's like me. I used to dye my hair all the time. It's getting back to its original color. And, I used to be the type of girl, I wouldn't sit here on the phone with non-brushed wet hair. My hair would be brushed, and I would then get on here and talk to you guys, but not anymore. God's really helped with my heart, and I just pray that He helps more so I can help you guys. Because I tell you, God is a great God. And all you guys have to do is believe with all your heart. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this. But just remember, no matter who you are, what you look like, you're beautiful. And God loves you. God bless y'all.